Good evening, Lou Hardy, 21st Century eNetwork. Welcome tonight to the affiliate training for our 21st Century eNetwork bloggers. For those of you going to be here, where it'll be probably a shorter webinar compared to last week's. Last week's was quite detailed, and a lot of people have since watched the recording, and you guys will get the opportunity to watch the recording as well. So if you can see your screens, that's great. You can just adjust your volume. You can chat to people within the room, you can see there. And tonight I'm joined by David N. David is one of our successful affiliates through the enrollment process, how you get started, how people come to your website, and how they can join. We'll talk about what we actually offer to people or prospects that come in via the website and how you would offer it. So we'll walk through the different landing pages and the links that you'll see to get people to enroll. We'll then have David talk about building a list and how you go about building a list. He's a network marketer from way back, so he's got a lot of experience in building a list. So we'll talk about a number of different methods to do that. We'll go into the back end to show you where all the training for the affiliates are, so you can do the follow-up process, which could mean contacting, either ringing them, emailing them, and showing them what presentation to give them. We'll talk a little bit about content creation, have a look at some people's websites and the importance of the content and the traffic, and then being able to share that information. We'll then talk about the compensation plan and how you guys can earn a higher paying commission. So if you've got any questions, just ask them along the way. I'll get David on now to give him a quick introduction of himself, and we'll just see if you're live now, Dave. Dave, you there?
Yeah, hi Lou, thanks for welcoming me to the call. So good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever you're listening to this webinar around the world. So some of you maybe know that's my catchphrase from many years. So yeah, so just a little bit about myself is that I've been involved with online businesses for about 7 years, and prior to that I had absolutely no experience in anything to do with online businesses. And when I say no experience, well, I couldn't even cut and paste. I'd never been on YouTube before. Like, I could barely send an email. I was real absolute beginner. So I just spent all my time learning on how to do stuff, and I just heads down and bum up, as they say. And I was so keen to do online stuff because I didn't want to work for a boss anymore. I wanted to quit my job, and I could see the income potential, with some of these businesses, and that's how I got started. And many years later, I've been in a couple of different companies, but I've been a bit selective. And of course, about a year ago when this came along, being that I'm a 21st Century customer, I jumped in and just said, wow, this is exactly what I'm looking for, and I can see huge potential whether someone's an absolute beginner or whether they're an experienced network marketer. It's got something for everyone. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
So thanks, Dave. Affiliate marketing, for those of you who are sort of weighing up whether you are, we've got some people here that are just free bloggers, some people that have never seen the opportunity before. You can watch that at a later date or inside the website, but tonight's going to be mainly about the affiliates and affiliate marketing and how you guys can drive more traffic to your affiliate blog. So firstly, let's just cover what affiliate marketing is. And it's simply getting paid a commission by referring other people's services or products. Now, in this case, our affiliates get paid a monthly recurring residual income from sending people to our blogs. Now, a percentage of those people will click on the ads and you'll get paid a commission. But what happens is you get a unique tracking code that's linked to you. So in this case, it's 21st Century eNetwork, and it's prefixed with your username. So your username will be at the start of the domain name, followed by the corporate name. So that's effectively what your affiliate ID is. Now, if you want to send people an email or you're sending them information, you would use your affiliate ID. So you have a special login area at the back so you can check all your commissions and you can check your advertising and your training, etc. But that's what an affiliate code is. And there's videos in the training that shows you how to do that. Because some people have got quite long URLs or website names. So you may want to redirect or point your big long affiliate name to a shorter one, such as, for example, louhardy.com. I may have bought that domain name for $10 in GoDaddy or Namecheap, for example, and I'll point that directly to this big long URL. It just makes it easier to do that. But really, all affiliate marketing is receiving a commission for promoting another company's product or service. Now, the good thing about ours is that we've got solid products that have been in the industry for 15 years, solid branding. As I said, we've got real value products, financial education, a number of different strategies on business, real estate, internet, emotional mindset, emotional intelligence, financial abundance, network marketing training, a lot of different education that's available. And plus, we offer a recurring commission. Now, if you guys got onto Google, right, and this is what I used to do for a long time, when I first started as an affiliate marketer, when I first became a 21st Century member, I used to just promote Jamie's home study program. Now, his home study program, as you know, is level 2, and people pay $97 a month if they're coming through the blogging platform to get level 2. Now, that's fantastic. However, the retail clients would find Jamie's stuff, pay $5,000 for that level 2 program or the 21st Century Home Study program, and I would get paid a $1,000 commission. Now, this is back in the day when we had a fully fledged affiliate program. But back then, you just had a simple landing page with the tracking code. So once I sort of got good at promoting my tracking code through emails, and I was doing stuff on eBay and forums and posting on Facebook and stuff like that, it did take a little bit of time to sort of get some leverage. But once I did start getting some leverage, then I thought, oh my God, if I can promote this product without even trying that hard to do it, because initially, guys, I was just giving the books away, Jamie's book, What I Didn't Learn at School But Wish I Had, giving the books away to friends and family, and then following them up and just asking them a simple question, what did you think of the book? Did you like it? Is there something in there that interested you? So I didn't really sell it. I just asked them some basic questions about the books, and then obviously a percentage of those people make the decision for themselves and decided to buy it. So I have found this much easier to promote because, one, it's a very low entry product. The low entry level one product is $27. Now, people, that's less than $1 a day, pretty much, and they can get a business that earns 100% on that sale. So if you make one sale of someone coming to your blog and they click on the banners and they buy the blogging program and the education within that, that's one sale. That actually evens out yours. So you're paying $27 a month, so you've broken even. You've got one person. And then the next one, that's when your profit starts coming. And the fact that we pay you on the first sale, you'll be rare to actually find companies that, one, will pay you on the very first sale, and two, will pay you 100% of that revenue for that. So that's the beauty about promoting a product, being an affiliate, is that you actually aren't creating anything. You don't have to create the websites, you don't have to create the products. You have one simple job, and that is to drive traffic to your website. Now, we drive or promote the affiliate program through the website, through a blog, through a normal website, and all we need to do is add regular content, valuable content, interesting content that will keep the readers coming back. So initially, you'll start writing some blog posts about whatever your niche is. It could be health and wellness, it could be skiing, cooking, food, it could be just about parenting and some advice. But over time, people will come back to your site, they'll find the information valuable, and you know, a percentage of people will click on your link. It's like David's site now is, I don't know how many leads he's got. He's got a lot of different people that have come in, but David's very active in following up his leads. So David, talk about what, you know, the process that you've gone through as far as following up your people.
Yeah, Lou. So what happens is, if I get a lead opt-in, then usually what happens is they've already had a look at the site, and then it means that they're interested. So what I'll do is I'll just email them straight away. I'll email them an email and just thank them for having a look at the site and just saying, is there anything I can help you with? So one of the key things is when you're following up with anyone, and like Lou said, is not to try and sell anything, because most people on this call aren't salespeople. It's just to say, how can I help you? Or, you know, what is it that interested you? Or how come you come to my site? So a simple email when you get a lead is just, you know, like, thanks for popping past my site. I hope you found some good information. And is there anything I can help you with? What were you looking for? You know, kind regards, and sign off. And then, you know, 9 out of 10 times people get back to you, and they'll tell you exactly what it is that they're looking for. And it's just a case of helping people. So if I get a lead from somewhere with a phone number, well, then I'll ring them up, and it's different, because then they're very keen, and I'll ring them up and say, how can I help you? So again, it's all about helping people rather than trying to sell people stuff, because people don't really like being sold to. Some people do. I like being sold to, but you know, I'm one of the easiest persons to sell to, by the way. But you're really just helping people, because you've got to remember that anyone that comes to your blog is looking for something, okay? So they're looking for information, they're looking for content, they're looking for an answer, because they're you know, that's why the blog's there. So whatever that post is, they're looking for an answer to their question. And if you can answer their question, then you're going to be the person that's going to solve their problem, and that's actually how sales are all around the world. In fact, all selling is solving problems for other people. You think about it, anything you do, like a plumber is a salesman, because you ring them up and say, my pipes are blocked, and they come out and they solve the problem. You know, everyone sells. I said this to Lou the other day, I said everyone sells something. So you guys, if you think, I'm not a salesperson, I don't sell anything, guess what? You all are. I mean, I bet you've all asked your partner, or, you know, a man or woman said, oh, would you like to go out for dinner with me? Or you say to your friends, do you want to go out for Chinese or Indian tonight? And they go, oh, I don't know. And you go, well, let's go to Chinese. Okay then. So you've just made a sale. So we're all salespeople. It's just a matter of solving a problem. So just write that down. Solve a problem leads to sales.
Yeah, that's a good point, because that's what people are typing into Google, guys. You know, they're only there online to look for a quick answer, because we're very busy. Everyone is very busy. So you'll get onto Google, you'll get onto YouTube, you'll type in, you know, how to do this, or I need to do this, how do I fix this? And then if your blog post comes up in Google, then you're halfway there, because a percentage of people will click on it, right? So when we're talking about the basic blog, now, as you know, and we're going to go into the back end of this very shortly, up here, this banner space with these in Tahiti, I believe, you know, people will click on that link. And if you look at the bottom left hand of the screen, you can see there's my tracking code. Remember I said before, it's prefixed with your username, then the code, but that's the landing page 02 is the landing page I've used. On the right hand side, you can change these banners, which I'll show you how to do again tonight. And again, that's tracked to me. The same as these banners down here. So I could click on this banner as an outside user, and it will open onto this page, right? So that's how people find you. You know, if you've either given this code out, right, to people, which is up the top address bar, they will land on this page. They'll enter their details and watch the video, and then that's how pretty much the sale is done. Now, it doesn't mean that they'll buy the product, but a large percentage will come back in. You've already got the admin, the lead in your back end, which I'll show you where you collect those leads. And then, like Dave said, you can either ring them, you can email them, but you need to do something with them. because if you're paying $27, $100 a month, or you're a fast starter, you know, the money is in your list. So, you know, you don't actually want to waste that list. So the thing is, with your blog, just keep creating content. David sends a lot of people, and if you look at your own blogs, you've got the home button, which is just the front screen, which has all of your posts, blog posts that you've done in the past. You can see I'm addicted to Ariana Huffington there. But the second page is the same for everybody's page. Now, you can either send your tracking link to people, or all you do is send them to that page, and you can see it says louhardy.21stcenturyenetwork.com, and it's called Welcome. So people, just send them to that page. They can look at the brochure there. They can read the content. They can watch the information pack on Jamie McIntyre, the CEO. They can watch Jamie explain the business model. They can see what they're going to receive if they decide to come on board. And these banners, they actually don't click anywhere, right? They just click to that. So we're not taking traffic from your website. None of these banners are clickable. They can watch the previous recorded webinar, right? And then they can watch Arnold Schwarzenegger talk about 21st century and how amazing we are. And this sort of gives credibility. When you're talking to people and they want to know how long the company's been in business for, you need to know that we've been in business for 16 years. We've had speakers like Sir Richard Branson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Randy Zuckerberg, Mark Boris, a number of other different people. So that sort of edifies the company and gives it, you know, long-standing credibility. Then they'll see that we've got a number of different programs where the higher the program, the more commissions that you can make. So do you have anything to add to that about that page, Dave? Because you use this page a lot in a lot of your marketing.
Yeah, I need to say that one of the easiest things people can do is to actually copy and paste that page and actually put it at the bottom of their email. So when they send an email to someone, you get your name at the bottom and your phone number usually. Make sure your link's at the bottom, otherwise you could be missing out on people. Make sure you put it on your Facebook page, so in your About section of your Facebook page, you put a link on there. And like, don't go crazy on Facebook as far as, you know, posting every 5 minutes how good your business is, because we know it's good and I know it's good, but people sort of get a bit tired of seeing that. Rather, post something different, like today I just wrote a blog about whatever it is. You can have a look here and then put a link in there, and that way people can go and have a look. Hey, who wants to read my blog on this? So also, one of the things that people don't utilize also is Google and Google+. So make sure you sign up for a Gmail account. So write that down, Gmail. Going at a Gmail account costs you zilch, absolutely nothing. Go on to Google+, which is the social aspect of Google. It's like Facebook. It's getting very popular. There's like 250 million people on there. There's been a lot of changes on Google Plus recently. A lot more people going on there. Go on Instagram, places like that. Go and sign up for these things. I never knew how any of these things worked. I just kept pushing buttons and worked it out, or I just watched some YouTube videos. If you're not sure on something, like I'm talking about like Gmail or Google Plus, just go to Google and Google it. What is Gmail? What is Google Plus? Like literally everything's on Google. So what I do is I go and put my link on everything. And that way I'm getting out there to more people. And of course, the more you put your link out there and the more people click on it, the more Google likes it and the more chance you get of being found on the internet.
So for example, if Dave's talking about a blog post, so what I did is the email copy that 21st Century sends around for different things, you guys grab that and make a post out of it. So I sent an email out about the one-day blogging workshop that's going to be in Adelaide, and then what I did is I went and did a blog post on it, and all I did is copy the information from the email. I added an image. Now that image is clickable, so if they click on that image, that will go straight to my landing page, talking about oh, Nikki, there's that one there I've got to change. It's actually Saturday the 18th. Nikki picked that up for me today, Saturday the 18th. There it'll link straight to where they book in, and I've got a tracking code, which we can give you a tracking code so you can track any people that are going to go to that event. And just threw in some more bits and pieces information, and then I've written, if you can't wait for the event and you want your own blog now, click here to get started. Now you can see this says get a blog.today. So I went to GoDaddy. It cost me $10. If I click on that, it will open to my landing page. You can see up here that big domain name, 21stcenturyenetwork.com 02.php. For me to try and remember that's crazy. So in GoDaddy, I bought the domain name, getablog.today, and it's much easier to put that down. You could have anything, any URL you like. Now, when David was saying sharing this, so it's not a matter of just putting in hundreds of blog posts, it's a matter of sharing them. So I'll show you in the next screen where we get these buttons from. These are your social share buttons. Not only do you have to create great content, which will improve over time, but you've got to drive traffic to your website, and the thing that drives more traffic is obviously more great content. But once you've done it, you need to share it. You need to tell people that you've got some stuff out here, and that's why we've added these social share buttons. So this F stands for Facebook, the IN is your LinkedIn button, P stands for Pinterest, it's just like a pin board, Twitter, Google, and email. So if you want to email this to somebody, you just press that button, and what will happen, it will open, automatically opens to my email account. Right.
Hey Lou, can I just jump in there? You made there's a point there I've just picked up on, is that with that email one, let's say for example, if you think of, so guys, think of your 3 closest friends, okay? Now, what have you got in common with those 3 closest friends? Well, chances are that you like fashion, you like cars, you like fish, you like dogs, you like kids, whatever it is, you got something in common. So if you're writing blog posts about that, so let's say your blog posts are all about cars, and you're writing about cars, or you're writing about plants, or whatever it is you're writing about, or wine, or anything like that, just think about it. If you're writing about stuff that your friends like, and you send them an email and say, hey, I've just written a blog about, you know, wine or cars, check it out and see what you think, you're just sending it to them. It's not spam, you're not trying to sell anything, you're just getting to have a look. Now they might have a look at it, and they might even repost it on their Facebook page for you. Or you could ask them, say, I've just written a blog post, can you share it on your Facebook page for me and help me out, or something like that, or can you put it on Google+. So just ask people, because that way you're not trying to sell the opportunity to them, because we don't want you approaching friends and family unless they're interested. But it's a good way to get people to help you out, because whenever you say to someone, hey, can you help me out, can you just share this post, I'm sure people are going to help you out and do that. And like I said, people are going to be probably interested in the same sorts of things as you, and that's how it spreads around, because they've got friends that aren't friends with you, and they'll probably send it to their friends, and so on and so on.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why these buttons are here. They're called social share buttons, right? So you can see if I click that, that will automatically appear on my timeline in Facebook, right? I can do it on my own page or in a page that I manage. So for example, I might want it on my lucrative page, for example, and I can just add some content, add some text in here. All right, so Facebook is one which we'll talk about later on with Dave. LinkedIn, if you've got a LinkedIn account, that's business to business pretty much. So if you want to share something, it automatically carries this across, right? So if I don't like that picture, I can just change it, but I'm going to just press share now, right? So that will go automatically onto my LinkedIn account. If I want to do it to any of those other share buttons, obviously, like Dave said, you need to set up these first. So Pinterest, if I like Pinterest works well with images. So what it does, it brings up the image that you would like to pin. So just say I'm going to pin this one. What will happen is, because I've opened my pin board, I can select which one I want to actually put it on. Right, and then if people watch it, 1-day blogging event in Adelaide, book now, for example, right, then people that are because remember that not everyone is on Facebook. They are on Facebook, but they're also all over the place. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they spend a lot of time in Twitter. So don't assume that not many people are going to look at Pinterest or LinkedIn, because you've got a different demographic doing it all the time. If you want to do a Twitter post, then it's just a matter of doing that, right? It automatically populates that. So the beautiful thing about social sharing is that you don't actually have to copy and paste it. But if you feel that you do, let's just get into Facebook, for example, you can just copy and paste that yourself, right? You can just copy the top link, the name of the blog post, and just drop it into that Facebook page. All right, so it's just a matter of continuing to do, as we've mentioned in previous ones, do a couple of blog posts a week, right, and start getting traction, start getting great content up online. As I said, many of you have got different niches and different things. Now, the page that you can change is the home page. That's your blog role, right? 1, 2, and 3. So get a blog, visions, and leadership. That's static. You can't change that. However, you can change this button here. I think David's is called, what's yours called, Dave? David's is called About My Mentor, or About Your Mentor. You can call it whatever you want, right? So you can name that or change that name. Mine is just Work with Lou Harty, and there's a blurb on me there, right? And you can also change this one. I've got products under this one, and David's got events and products under his one. All right, so it's a matter of, whoopsie daisy, it's a matter of just putting in there whatever you want to. I've got products in there, I've got Fast Start, I've got, just about the company here. But if I was selling a different product, well, then I would put those books or that gym equipment or whatever it is I'm promoting. Righto, so the way you edit that is down the bottom. You've got an edit button. So for pages, you just edit within the page. You don't actually have to log into the back end. Right? Does that make sense? So you can put in whatever you want. Right? So if you're not promoting us, but you want to promote additional products, then do that. For example, if I'm doing Fast Start, what I did is I didn't want to put too much stuff in here, so I did a separate Fast Start promotion, right, or a blog post, which linked it back within that page. Okay, so, over time, your blog will start taking form. It will start looking better, and you'll start getting more traffic. All right. So remember, but this one's predominantly talking about the blogging program and affiliate marketing. And again, I have my contact details on the bottom. All right. If you want to discuss, get started with me, that there again is linked straight to my Fast Start page. Right. So if someone buys Fast Start for $4,600. You can see my sponsor name is there. Okay, so I want to make sure that anyone who comes to my website, I actually don't lose the sale. They pay the one-off fee of $4,600 and a monthly fee of level 1 and level 2. All right, so they get charged that amount. And how much do I earn if I sell one Fast Start? My very first Fast Start, David.
You earn $3,715 from memory.
Yeah, that's all right. That's not bad commission, is it?
Not bad
from
at
sending
all.
one person, So yeah, you guys can change that information. Okay, Dave, let's go into the back end, right? So everybody knows where to log in, right? And if you don't, see that button up here on your right-hand side? You press that button. You can do it from the main website to the 21st Century, but it's 21stcenturyenetwork.com/office. But you just press that button. All right? So as I said, if someone comes in, they click on the link. Let me just see if I've got this in here. Yep, we've gone through the traffic. We do a bit of social media. So you've got this link here with your username. They'll click on this, or these banners. It will take them to a capture page, right? Now, it's got 04 here. I could change that to 01, 02, 03, 04. They're the different styles of landing pages. They're all pretty much similar, but they've got different videos. and then they watch the video, and then they decide to join, right? So that's the path that they follow, and then it lands on the back end of their blogging system, right? So when they decide to buy, you can either earn commissions of $27 a month, $97 a month, $500 one-off, $1,000 one-off, or $3,700 one-off. So the idea and the best model would be to get a regular recurring income. Of course, you'll get these one-off large payments when people buy a home study on level 3, or they buy a seminar ticket for $3,000. You get $2,700 for that. So they're nice one-off products. Ideally, we want them to keep going for the smaller level 1, level 2, as well as, you know, having 1 or 2 higher commissioned items as well. So that was the end of the presentation. No, I just have too many screens. Okay, so we're in the back end. Now, when they first log in, guys, you need to get your leads to start here first. And as I mentioned in last week's webinar, I used to call it getting started. People couldn't find the getting started, so I changed the terms to start here first. And that's what they do. They just go through and they go lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. Right? There's resources and stuff there, because this here shows them how to navigate the blog. Gives them a better understanding of what they're going to get. If they're an affiliate, how to actually find your tracking codes, etc. And a number of different just basic how-to stuff, how to add a post, etc. And then any latest news, which rather than me sending out an email every day, what I do is I just change the date and give you the latest news in here. So it's good to come in every couple of days, hit the latest news, and just see what it is. Right here, Jamie and I are going on a Caribbean cruise in January. So he's offering people to come and join us. It's a big network marketing cruise, or a networking cruise. So there's about 400 or 500 internet marketers on there. So we're going to go over there and meet heaps of people and try and entice them to join 21st Century eNetwork. The different events and the different webinars, and then blogs of the week. So we've got Nikki Blue, Ivana, Miss Kath Oz, and some incentives. So any news, this is where you guys stay current and stay up to date. So once you've been through those 2 sections, there's no need for us to add content in here, because we've already done that in previous training. The free blog, you will see that on your access, many of you, because that offer is over, but it's just got a limited amount of information. So we want to actually talk about the value of both level 1 and level 2. Now, if you press this show details, you will see this is a drop down here, and it will say your sponsor's name. So obviously mine is Jamie, and many of you here are under the first tree, I guess, or the first arm, because this is pretty much founding members. It's not as if this has been a network marketing company for 10 years. It's been a financial education company for 16 years, but only about 2 or 3 months as a network marketing company. So that's why we're very brand new to this, but our products have been in the system for a long time. So if you are unsure who enrolled you, you'll find their details there, okay? So most people, as I said, will get access to level 1. So they click this button, and then you've got a number of different things. You've got the actual blogging platform that they get, and then you've got all the training. Module 1, Module 2 is social media, Module 3 is SEO, or what it is and how to do it. Number 4, traffic generation. So I keep adding content, articles, videos within this. Module 8, running your business. So this gives you the business links, the ATO, the ASIC. You know, it's just some basic stuff to get organised about your spreadsheets and things like that. So make sure you do go through this stuff, because this stuff, there's some really great training in there. And as I said, what we do is we keep adding more content, and then what we do is give you an email to tell you that we've updated it with a new link or a new post. So Dave, let's talk about level 1 and walk through this.
Yeah, cool. And the reason I want to talk about level 1 is because, not to sell it to you guys because you've already got it, Well, most of you have anyway. But it's just to let you know that, for many years I worked in the retail industry, but running stores and being a manager and stuff like that. And there's one thing I always used to practice what I preach, and that is that whenever I wanted to really sell anything or offer something, I always made sure that I at least got to know what the product was. So in my case, I used to take the product home and try it out, in which case, unless it was, of course, a fridge or something, that was a bit hard. But then I used to buy the product. And it was funny because whenever I bought a product or took a product home, within literally a few weeks or a few months, I become the biggest seller of that product, not just in South Australia where I was, but in Australia. So, for example, I used to work in the retail game, and I used to sell video cameras. And I always used to hound the people and say, hey, give me a video camera and to try it for the weekend. And they'd give it to me, and I'd take it and use it. And then what I'd do, of course, is I'd use it and I'd show people, and I'd be very familiar with the product, and I could sell it to people really easily. And then I used to sell lots of those particular products. Now, what we're talking about here in level 1 is the same thing. So you guys have got access to all these great ebooks that Lou's just showing you there. So if you've downloaded them, and hopefully you've downloaded them, make sure you read them. So put them on your Kindle, your iPad, actually read them, because not only are they great value and good content, but they'll motivate you to, go further with your business. Every time I read a book, every page, especially if it's an online book, it's easy to have a look at something and just write down some stuff and go, oh, that's a really good point, and come back to it. So you guys have got access to these books. So if you haven't read them, read them, go and read them. And not only that, this is what's really good about this, is that you can download these books and then you can send them to people, so either friends or family or leads, whatever, as a freebie gift, and say, hey, I just thought, you're talking about business the other day, I thought you might be interested in having a read of this ebook. Send it through. So there's so many good ebooks there. Send them to people. Hey, do you want a free ebook? Put it on your Facebook page. I'm giving away a free ebook, how to become a millionaire, or whatever it is, or what I didn't learn at school and wish I had. And put it up there, and people go, well, send me a copy. And all you got to do is just email them a copy. So make sure you read the books and make sure you send them to people that might be interested, because that's a great way to get people into your business, or just interested in anything really, like anything that might come back to you later on. So that's what I reckon is really good about the first level, is you've got all these free ebooks to get started. And of course it's taken years for people to put those together. The second thing about level 1, and apart from all the other free stuff that's in there, like the Financial Education Summit, is that you guys got to remember that you've just been, offered a complete online training system. So to get training systems, you got to spend thousands of dollars. You got to buy multiple products from all these different, companies and gurus and experts. And you guys can, get all this stuff here. It's all there. So you can just, watch the videos like Lou was showing. So instead of enrolling in TAFE or going to courses or, going to weekend workshops, like literally, you don't have to. You don't have to spend any money. You don't have to spend, petrol money to drive there. All the stuff is here. So just keep that in mind, because if you've got someone that's talking about starting their own business, they might not be interested in the network. They just want to start their own business. You say, hey, if you want to start your own business, why don't you learn all about advertising? Here's all the information. They can go and access how to advertise online for $27 a month, which is just absolutely crazy. So level 1 for you guys, I mean, you guys listening have already got it. It's such fantastic value. You can even sell the ebooks, by the way. So you could sell them, you can put them on eBay, you can put them on Gumtree and say, get a copy of Richard Branson's, stuff here for $1.99. You know what I mean? Like just go on there and just sell a few of them. Put them on there for whatever you want, 99 cents, $5. The recommended retail price, I think, is $12.95 for each one. So go and put them on there, $5, what I didn't learn from, Richard Branson. Go and put the Arnold Schwarzenegger book on there. There's going to be some people that are going to buy it, and, once you get a few people, it adds up to a few extra dollars that you can use for other things as well. So I just want to sort of touch briefly on that, because, yeah.
You can also give these away as bonuses, right? So,
yeah.
Like David said, if you're going to send an email, just ask your friends for some feedback on your blog, send them to the welcome page, and for them doing it, give them a book, right? But the books, apart from unbelievable value, You know, when people cancel, and I had 2 people cancel a couple of weeks ago, and I said, before you cancel, please go and take our 16 books for free, you know, and I wish you success in the future. One turned around and just went, oh my God, I didn't even know the books were in there, so I'm staying, right? But the thing is you need to actually have a look on it, because people see a cover. You can't read the book by its cover, right? You've got to actually click on it. If you want access to all of the books, you click the book, or you click the financial DVD. But another good thing is, just say you can't come up with any content. Maybe you could spend the next week just, you know, talking about your millionaire mentors, and then use the copy from within this book, like I did last week. Just say you like this paragraph. You copy, you right-click, you copy, you paste it into a blog post, throw in a picture, and the call to action from your blog, right? So just say you've done a blog post. I think I've even did an example of Oprah here somewhere. Here we go. So Oprah Winfrey's ability to change and accept social norms. All I did is I just copied and pasted from Jamie's book. I found a nice image of Oprah with a quote that usually works well, and then just pasted it. I didn't write that stuff. And then I said at the bottom of the post, to get a copy of Oprah's book, click here now, right? And then that will take him to the landing page. So if you're stuck for content, guys, honestly, please use what we've given you. You know, Jamie's taken, like Dave said, years to write this content, create this content, well, 16 years in fact. So some of these books are half excerpts, but that's enough for you to get a lot of content, but many of them are 100% complete books. Or the videos, use the content that's on here, because it's all yours. You're paying for it. You're only paying $27 a month. So please take it and share it. That's our intention. We want you to share this information out with everybody. Okay, Dave, let's go back into the back end there. Okay, so that's level 1 with all of the books, right? So if you see the value, then others will see the value in that as well. The only other one we're going to talk about before we get onto the affiliate training is the home study. So level 2 access is the home study and more books, right? So Dave, you want to go on about the home study program?
Yeah, Lou, so I've talked about the home study before, but all I really want to say about the home study, apart from the fact that, you know, it's a $5,000 product which has been selling for like 15 years, and you guys can now access it for $97 a month, which is a bit of a no-brainer, really. It is that what's in the home study is also providing awesome value, not to yourself, but to other people as well. So there's a lot of mindset training in the home study. There's also a lot of stuff to do with property and saving tax. I'll give you an example. There's a DVD in there which is now online for you guys, and it was just about tax. And there was a thing there from Warren. He was talking about how to save tax for yourself. And I've just learned one strategy in there that allowed me to save $2,500 last year on my tax just by one strategy. So there's 250 hours, I think it is, of information on there. There's going to be something in there if you're interested in money. Anyone here interested in money? I hope so. There's going to be something interesting in there for you guys about money, whether it be shares, property, investments, you know, how to ask your boss for a pay rise, all sorts of stuff, but even business stuff. So it's really good for business people as well, because at the events, there's a lot of business people and rich business people go along, and they'll pay $10,000 to go to an event, or $3,000 for an event, just to hear some of these guys speak. And so now you and your customers can access this for $97. And remember, as soon as you make the first sale, then you get that $97 back to you if you're at that level. So I've watched all of these, and there's some in there they're going, oh, it's not my thing. But most of them are going, wow, this is really good. I like this. There's some really good real life stories in there as well, which is worth watching. So if you like personal development and inspirational stuff, there's heaps and heaps of that in there as well. And again, it's more about being a product of the product. So as soon as you get your hands on that, look, if you don't want to do it, you get on it, watch it, $97 a month. You can always, cancel it after a while if you don't want to go any further. So Lou probably doesn't want me to say that, but the whole idea is to, you could sit there for a month and learn everything if you had that much time. and then cancel. So, but I don't think you would, because you'd want to, keep going and learn all the stuff on there. So yeah, I really encourage you to have a look at level 2, and just have a look what's in that content there, because I just think it's great, and I listen to the stuff myself. Again, the more you read, the more you listen to, the more you enjoy the product, and the more you enjoy what you're doing, and people will become attracted to that. So people become attracted, especially when you talk about it and go, oh wow, I just learned this fantastic thing. Or someone might be complaining about their tax this year and go, well, really? I just saved $2,500 on my tax. How'd you do that? Well, I went and listened to this CD, blah, blah, blah. There's a lead. You know what I mean? That's how it works. So, cool. Let's get on to the next thing, Lou.
So the biggest thing, though, guys, from the home study are the major financial strategies such as real estate. Nothing has made any of our members more wealthier than the property strategies. So the fact that you guys get access to the US property strategies, the real estate home study strategies, buying land blocks or buy and hold house and land, that's what the home study is, pretty much what makes people the most money over a longer period of time. So like Dave said, there's a lot of different strategies in there, but it's mainly focused on the 4 key income streams, which is business, real estate, stock market, and internet businesses. So that's what people pay $5,000 a month for. So make sure if you've got those levels, get into them. The final thing I want to cover here is the affiliate option. So some of you need to probably spend a bit more time in here. And again, it's broken down into simple steps to building your business. You just read through the content here. It talks about the steps to enrolling people, building your contact list. Right, so read through this stuff, take notes. 10 ways to build a list of subscribers, inviting prospects to see the opportunity. As I mentioned, you can either get them to come to a live event, a webinar, you can do a one-on-one meeting. We'll come back to these things in a sec. Or you take them to that welcome page that I showed you, which is here. Right, so here it's called Get a Blog, but up in the URL it's called Welcome. So it's a matter of just copy and pasting and sending people to that page, because that page covers everything. You can send them to the events. You can do Skype calls, 3-way conversations, and then it goes through some basic rules. So have a look through that, because, as I said, it took us a while to do all this training, presenting the product, following up your prospects. So, there's a lot of different ways to do it. Step number 4 is good. If I see some really good slides on SlideShare, I'll put them up for you. But, even if you just visually go through some of these, there's some really great tactics in here. The best times to email prospects between 8 and 3. Best time to cold call is 4 to 5. Second best is blah, blah, blah. Not that we're cold calling, because remember that people are warm or hot. They've actually come to you and clicked on your link or clicked in your website. So as the training grows, we will continue to add more relevant content. But if you're serious about building a business and you want to make some money, then you actually have to do some training, right? You need to start contacting people both online and offline and come up with creative ways of doing stuff. So have a look at the information that it's in there, because this is the information that will help you close the deal. And as David mentioned before, it's just a matter of getting people to your link and letting them see the opportunity for themselves.
You got a good point there, Lou. You said about getting people to the event. So because we've been doing events around the country, and there'll be a lot more in the future, if you see an event happening in the city you either live in or the one that you've come from, make sure you invite people. I know, for example, Ron, who's on the call, he invited people to our event in Brisbane. Ron's not from Brisbane, he just happened to be there, and he invited, there was 2 or 3 people that come along. He actually invited someone to come to the Adelaide event, and they come along and they joined up. They might even be on the call now, so if they are, welcome David and Jill. So if you see an event and it's in a city that you've got friends in, by all means, just say, hey, you want to come to an event? And a lot of the events we run are either free or they're very inexpensive to come to. When it comes to stuff about enetwork, it's just like an network launch or something like that. So we're going to Adelaide next, and we're going to Melbourne as well. and we'll be going to other capital cities, throughout the year, and we're doing events. So you want to, bring people along to those events, invite them along to have a look, because more than likely, once they see the value, they'll want to be involved themselves.
So what we'll do is now I'm going to go into the back end of the account to show you where your leads are. Right. So what you do is on the right hand side you'll see howdy and your username. You can have a look at these different things, but the main thing is my account. That's what you want to get to. Now this is just the basic WordPress platform. Anyone who's operated WordPress it's identical. It's exactly the same. It's just that our content, our backroll or blog roll content is just structured a little differently. Like WordPress doesn't have these things. So we go to my account, and this is where all the nuts and bolts are. Right. So what I would do, guys, is get into the habit of, and I'll just try and find one here. I wonder if I'm logged in here. I would get into the habit of creating a spreadsheet so you have all of your bits and pieces, right? So if you've got an affiliate code, there's nothing worse than going, oh my God, what's my affiliate code? If you don't know the URL on the top of your head, then you may want to create some sort of spreadsheet, right? So I'll bring up one of my live spreadsheets where you can just go into Google Drive, you can create a new folder, a new document, a new presentation, a new spreadsheet, right? And then just create an Excel spreadsheet. So here, for example, I have emails, I have articles, I've got all my internet IDs, I've got accounts, I've got all of my cPanel access. So it's a matter of just creating a spreadsheet. I'm just trying to give you something where you could just have your usernames and IDs, and then you just put your codes, right? So these are the free blogs that I've used, and I've just got different email addresses, different passwords. You guys, if you feel free, if you want to log into those and take the passwords, fill your boots. So they're all free anyway. But yeah, it's just a matter of creating. You can see I've got a lot of different things. So I've got different scripts I use, different tasks I have, copywriting, so I've got a number of different things that I do there. And you guys can do the same.
If people don't know how to do that, like if they're a bit of a newbie, the easiest thing to do, it's not quite as efficient, but just go to Word document. So just open a Word document and just cut and paste onto Word document and put my login for 21st Century eNetwork is, your name, and my password is this, and just save it. So just save it in your computer under Documents, and just go and do that, because sometimes it's easy as just doing that, and then you go, oh, what was my login again? And then all you got to do is on your computer is go down the bottom left-hand corner where the search facility is and go type in login for eNetwork, and your computer will find it for you and go, aha, there it is. Because that's what I do. That's why I'm telling you that, because I'm hopeless at doing spreadsheets.
That's all right, but there's in the affiliate training under business tools, guys, I've shown you how to actually set up that Google Drive. The good thing about doing that, or writing it in one of your diaries or something like that, but you want to be able to access it, and if you've left it on your desktop at home on your computer and you've traveled, you won't be able to access it. So I want you to start getting smart. I want you to create operate Google Drive, so you can create a number of different things within that, including Excel spreadsheet. So there's a video in there. But anyway, let's get back to the where were we? Back into the dashboard, back to my account. As long as you guys have got it somewhere, all right, save this somewhere. Right, so what we have here is the account. It's got your affiliate status. It tells you who enrolled you. In this case, it's JMac. Any commissions that you are earning or that are coming up, you'll find under the commission section. So here I've got a pending payment of $332, right, and a holdback period of $20.90. So what that means is that they'll hold back 10% for 6 months, and you get that later. Here it gives you a breakdown of the fees that we charge, or that standard banks charge. But this is how much you'll know how much you're going to get paid this month, next month. If you want to access your e-wallet, remember the funds get transferred straight into your e-wallet. So payment was made when? Friday, Dave, I think, or Monday? Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, Monday, I think it was, yeah.
So what happens, guys, is we pay every week. So you get paid 2 weeks after the sale, right? So if you enroll someone today on the 25th, then in 2 weeks' time, which will be probably what, the 5th or 12th or something like that of October, is when you'll first see that payment, that, you know, from the $27. What happens is it holds a 10% fee and the other processing fee, so it works out to be about 22, 23. Some people got 24, depending, and it sits in your e-wallet. All right, so that gets paid every single week, but 2 weeks after the sale, right? And then again monthly. So every month you can expect that. In here has been the bane of all of our existence because of the system and, you know, some software issues and some back-end technical stuff. You need to check every couple of weeks that your level 1 is active. If it's green, that's good. It means people can buy directly from your website. If it's inactive, it means when they go to actually purchase, it'll come up with all these errors, right? And then people will be contacting me and going, why is this happening? And I'll say, because your account is inactive. Now, what can cause an account to go inactive? 1 could be an expired credit card. 2 could be the wrong information put in. Or 3 could be prior to the 12th of September, all of the 110 new people that joined before the system was pretty much operational. They're the ones that are probably having a few problems. So it just means that you have to go into this section here, press Update Payment, and then you just add your new card, right? Your new card, and then it'll tell you what product, okay? And then enter the details. It is as simple as that. If you're level 2, you do the same thing, and then you go to Affiliate. Right, you do that exactly the same thing. So if it's inactive, you just press update. If you decide that you don't like us, you don't like the product, you don't like Jamie, and you don't like David, and you want to cancel, you want to get as far away from us as possible, press this button, cancel, because I'm not going to go in and cancel your subscription. It is up to you to cancel your subscription, not me, because I don't have your username and password. So if you're going to cancel, press that button, press cancel. Make sense? Now, down the bottom, while we're just in payments, you can go right down to the bottom, payment terms. Now, in here, this will tell you what payments you've got left to buy. So me, I've got Fast Start, Income Accelerator, and a free blog, right? Yours may have 1, 2, and 3, for example. But as I said, I suggest that you guys just keep it simple, activate it here under Update Payment. Now, leaderboard. This tells who the winners are. If you want to email your team, right, you've got a number of different things here. You can email everybody, or you can email just the leads, right? And I tested it before and ended up sending myself about 200 emails because I opted in so many times during testing. So it's pretty basic. Just do all. You see, it's just a basic email, right? Press send, and away you go. All right, so that's a basic email function that the system has, and where you get your leads from is this section here, lead capture. So up here we've got a number of different landing pages, which I'm not going to open now, but you can see later on. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the best. 5, 6, and 7, and 8 need working on because they're just space fillers at the moment. So at the moment I'm liking number 1 and number 4, but it's a matter of you choosing which landing page you want in your banners. So just say we've got our leads. All I'll do is click here, click on View My Leads. Right, and you can see I've done a bit of testing, but then I'll come across some legitimate ones. So for example, Kath. So Kath enrolled into level 1 and level 2. Right, so I can email Kath send her my welcome page, which is here. Right, so I would send her that link here if I wanted to see how she's going or organise a time to catch up with her and discuss the opportunity. Sam did the same thing. I contacted Sam and Sam enrolled. Jeremy, no, he's too busy with his radio station, but he's obviously opted in to have a look. More testing. Rob Reed, he opted in and I enrolled him. This one here I'm yet to do. So it's just a matter of, if I wanted to, Jamie, I might try and enroll him. Too late. All right, so this is where your leads are, guys. This is where you can pull them out and contact them and get them started. Right? We're giving you these leads. We've done this all for you. So you can either copy and paste them into a spreadsheet, ask for their contact details, send them an email, and go from there. Dave, something to add? And I'll find where these people are located.
No, just you got to keep an eye on that lead capture. You do get sent an email, by the way, when someone opts in, so you get an email in your inbox. So guys, just in case you haven't looked, make sure you go and check your spam box as well, because you may have a lead just accidentally gone into your spam box. I always check my spam box every day just in case. And if you do get a lead in your inbox, and it's really exciting when you get a lead in your inbox, make sure you email them, pretty quickly. You don't want to leave it for 3 or 4 days or whatever because they've gone off and done something else. So try and get to them the same day, and say thanks for opting in, and here's some more information, and send them the link or send them the video. So there's lots of stuff. Most people, when they get to the stage of opting in, they're very, very keen. So most of them at that point are going to want more information.
Yeah, exactly. And what I'll do, guys, is I'll upload tomorrow a number of email templates, right? So that will be located inside the blog as a post, because I've done up 20 Twitter tweets. I've done 15 calls to action, which are headlines that you can use at the bottom of your posts. And I've got 3 really good emails that you can just use as a guide, copy and paste, and you insert your link. So they'll be up tomorrow, and you can just use them. As I said, the way you go, you find them in lead capture and view my leads, right? So you can do that. So familiarize yourself with the stuff around here. If you wanted to create a separate ad campaign for YouTube or Facebook, it's just a matter of adding it in here. And now let's have a look at the team. Now, we've seen how much commission we're going to earn, particularly. So let's find who we're going to get them from. So here you've got a drop down. Okay, level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bloody, bloody, bloody. You've got inactive, unpaid, active, and those people unpaid. Frontline, downline, power line. Right, so for example, let's have a look at my front line and the people that have viewed. Right, so Mona, I think you're on the call today, aren't you, Mona? All the way from NZ, Kia ora. We're heading over to NZ soon. So Mona, Nikki, Chris, Kath, Sam, Rob, and Mr. Dried Grape. Now, level 2. Now, I'll tell you something. Mr. Dried Grape, Simon bought level 1, level 2. However, look, on my level 1, he's there. Now, if I do my level 2, Simon is not there, right? Even though I enrolled him on the same day, he gets passed up, right? He was my number 1, so you get 100% on your first one, and on your second one, it gets passed up. So he, as my level 2, he wasn't my first level 2 sale, so he got passed up to Jamie, right? So have a look at that. If you want a better understanding, the best thing to do, guys, is to actually go and have a look at the back end, so you can obviously get a better understanding of what the back end does. I'm just trying to find, David, if you can help me, a breakdown of what the power line. Here we go. So the front line includes all individuals personally sponsored by you. So this is under email my team. I actually may get that moved too. Frontline includes all individuals personally sponsored by you, including pass-ups. Downlight is all individuals sponsored by you except the pass-ups, and power lines includes all individuals passed up to you. So when we look at David's, because David's got quite a few, he's got a couple in his power line that he didn't even know he had, because they all just passed up. All right, so just keep an eye on your team and your admin leads, right? Because this is where you'll find them. Then you can see if anyone else has bought the other levels. No one else. Okay. David, any more before we go and cover or finish off on the compensation plan?
No, I think we'll cover the compensation plan separately in another call. Yeah, because the compensation plan is really quite.
Just
what's the word? It's very in-depth. Yeah,
that main slide. So this one here.
Yeah, cool. All right, so just so you guys know, so the green numbers there, so the 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. So for your first person, you get the sale, third person, you get the sale, fifth person gets the sale, seventh person gets the sale, etc. And the black ones get passed up to your enroller. In my case, it's Jamie, so Jamie gets my 2nd, 4th, 6th, 11th, 16th, and 21st sale. So what it means is 7 out of 10 of my first customers, I get the money for those, and some go to Jamie and the company, and then 8 out of the next 10 go to you as well. So you get 15 out of 20 customers that come to you is all your money, which is fantastic. So let's say I've enrolled Jackie. So Jackie's my first sale, so she's my little green sale there, you can see, she's green number 1. So Jackie gets, she has a first sale, she gets it, but her second sale, see how it's in sort of black there, that gets passed up to me. So Jackie would actually pass her second sale to me, her 4th sale, her 6th sale, etc. So what happens is that it's not just you making sales, but it also encourages you for the people in your team to also make sales, because you're going to make, sales and commission from those people as well. And it also works even deeper than that, because when Jackie enrolls, a few people, let's say Jackie enrolls that number 2 guy there, the little guy on the left, and he gets some sales as well, some of his sales will actually pass up to you in the compensation plan as well. So it really means that you don't need to have 100 people in your team, okay? You don't need 100 people to enroll. You could just enroll 5 people, and you could be positioned where you're at a high position, like a level 5 or level 6, and you just get 5 people that are really keen, and they just go for it, and they bring in a couple of people or 3 people or 5 people, and they'll actually be helping you build your business for you. So it's not really about bringing in hundreds or thousands of people to buy the products and buy the blog. It's really about having good quality people and helping those people get going. And only one person really. I've seen it in other companies before where you've had someone that's maybe only enrolled 5 people who bought all the products from day one sort of thing, enrolled 5 people, and one of those 5 just happened to be a real gunner, real went for it. And literally that guy was making, like 6 figures plus just because someone, that bought in was really keen and was bringing in lots of people. So, so again, it's all about just helping people and being persistent, and the numbers will grow. The first few weeks I started, I only had 1 or 2 people, then there was some more people, and it just keeps growing. And if you keep adding, even if you're adding 1 person a month, you know what I mean, it's $27 a month, and then it's $54, and it keeps adding. Because before long, $300 turns into $500 a month, then $1,000, then $2,000, and then you build up yourself a nice little income, and that's not counting all the bigger sales down the line.
Yeah, exactly. And, your first one will cancel out your payment anyway. And then your job is just to help them get their first person. But, the key here is you need to build your list. You need to think of everybody that, I've got a post in there with a spreadsheet which gives you a breakdown and a downloadable spreadsheet of who who your circle of influence is, who is in your sporting group? Who do you work with? Who are your, if you don't want to go to your cousins, don't go to your cousins, friends and family. Different social groups that you're part of. And then it's a matter of just shooting them an email. You could even just offer, like Dave said before, just give them a free bonus book just to check out a blog post, to give them, to get some feedback from you. People love
Yeah.
giving you a feedback.
Yeah, I
You know
wouldn't go
what I
in
mean?
there I wouldn't go in there, Lou, like to try and sell them into the business. What I would do is, like you said, I would go in there and say, hey, would you like a copy of a free ebook? Or can you help me out? I would do this. Can you help me out? I've just written a really cool blog post on, how to grow native plants in my backyard. Can you help me out by sharing on your Facebook page, or maybe putting it on Pinterest for me, or just having a read, and then, just Google Plus or whatever it is. Just ask people to help you, and you know that way you're not saying to them, hey, come and join my business. You're just saying, can you help me out in my business? And then they'll just happen to look at the information and go, oh, what's this that you're doing? I'm really interested as well. So that's the way that I would approach it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different, which we're not going to go into tonight because we're about to wrap up. But there's a lot of offline marketing strategies as well, giving the physical packs and physical books away, selling the stuff on eBay, giving DVDs away, giving the links. It's just a matter of being creative, see what we've got in the training, see what other people are doing, check out their blogs, and sort of go from there. But as far as affiliates go here, guys, we want you to be successful. We want you to decide, well, one, how much money do you want to earn? Whether you want to earn, 0 to 500, then it's level 1, and getting a few people under level 1. You need to upgrade if you want to start earning bigger bucks. Like David's, earning between, now he's cracked the $500 mark, and he's moving up between $5,000 and $1,000 because he's level 1, level 2, but he's also fast start. Right, so David's first sale, he's going to earn $3,700. So people will buy what you buy. If you're level 1 and you want to upgrade, then you can just simply upgrade in the back end. Right, so you can go into your, and that's one thing I neglected to show you. You can do that within your blog. Right, you can sort of just, or I don't actually have it here. Let me have a look. Now, just say there was an activate button. Many of you have seen it if you're only level 1 or 2. You won't see this black button here. It'll be green. It'll be activate. So you just press that to activate, or you can just go to the back end account, and you can just go to my subscriptions, and then you can just, oh, bad example again. I've got God access, see? But you can just upgrade there, or you can upgrade under payment terms, do a drop down, right? So if I wanted to get level 8, I could just put level 8 in, add the card, and I would automatically upgrade. So you don't need to go outside the blog to upgrade. But if you're serious about, there's a reason that you guys got this blog in the first place. Some of you wanted to make some money. Some of you wanted to, just learn about internet marketing. Some of you wanted to be part of a community. Some of you just want to quit your job in the next 2 or 3 years. But whatever you decided to do, you really now need to take the bull by the horns and absolutely smash it. Our job is to help you build content and build a really great following of people. Right? Don't get wrapped around the axles because one tiny widget's broken or you can't insert a link. Just keep powering on, keep promoting it, keep pumping the information out there. If you've got really great content, relevant content, remember, we're putting some of your posts on our 21st Century Media Company, in our magazines, on our news site. So that's what you want to sort of look up to. You want to go, okay, I'm going to write a really great article about, having children or being a great parent or trying to juggle work and play together with a family. Whatever you've got to write about and you think it's a great post, then give it to us and we'll send it out onto our main media site. So I've got a couple of questions here. Candy, if they reply to the email, does it go to the back office? No, it goes to the email address that you've registered in the system. So if it's a Gmail account, it'll go to your Gmail account. So as I said, it's a very basic email function. Right, like I just did a test before and it does work, but I much prefer to be able to put images or links. Where is it? Email my team. See here, it doesn't allow me to put links in here. Right, it will improve over time, but we didn't buy an email client. We bought a blogging platform with tracking. So, you know, the fact that the email is only limited is fine. You could just use your standard MailChimp is free. You could use that. You can just use your Gmail account. You just tell them up front, or you can just do it from here. But any replies will go back to the one that you've authorized from. So, David, any final words before we go?
No, only that I think like you've made a good point before about if some people say I'm really stuck, I don't know what to write about, I don't know what to write about. Well, the good thing is that there's so much content on the internet. So let's say you're writing about hairdressing. You can go and Google someone else's article, and I'm not saying copy it, but I'm saying is take a lot of information from it and then put your own spin to it. So that's what a lot of people do anyway, because you think about a lot of stuff on the internet, no matter what, even if it's cooking, right? How many people have written about frying eggs? You know, how many people have written about cooking a roast? Like it's been done a trillion times before, but people still read it. You know what I mean? So go and, if it's about cooking, go and Google how to cook a nice roast. Get some of the information from there, then put your own pictures on there and put your own spin, your own little story. Stick it up there. Someone's already done the work for you. So there's sort of
But
no
you have to,
excuses for.
yeah, but wait, just the disclaimer on that is, as I mentioned in the previous post, you guys have got to, if you do take someone's stuff, just reference the
Yeah,
article
reference
source at the
it.
bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm not saying copy it word for word, but just take some of their content and put your own little content in there as well. So,
And
or
remember
just
our
found
news
this.
site?
Yeah, go on, Lou.
Take the stuff from our news site, 21st
Yeah,
Century News. All of our articles are free for you guys. Actually, you've got them on your blog. See on the right-hand side here, the widget, Iraqi ISIS crisis, bloody, bloody, bloody. iPhone 6, for example, just say you want to use that information. You can right-click the image, save image as, right, save the image, and then you can just copy and paste that. Right, you can use all of our articles that are written by 21st Century. Right, if you're taking an article written by another journalist, you just have to reference that author. But there's plenty of stuff in here that you guys can utilize, that you can use. And as Dave mentioned before, there's plenty of stuff in here under the levels. You've got 13, 14 books there. Just summarize each paragraph of the books. I've got a question here from, I think I answered this before about the audio. Do everything in here, guys. See this pencil? Just do everything in there, right? Because what happens is you can add a media file, you can add a video, you can add the text, but the media is, if you want to upload an audio, then you add new media and you add it in there. But there is a limit, all right, because I think it was you, Candy. You're trying to do an audio record and it's got a 1 meg limit. Yeah, that's because there's so many users. We don't want to fill the server up with everybody's videos and audios and stuff like that. But there are websites which I'll do a post where I just upload the widget and it automatically but I pay $15 a month to store all my audios. Or you can create an iTunes channel and link it back to that. All right. So if you're doing a post, just always use that pencil button. These ones here, if you want to add the audios and the images to the media file for reference later. But yeah, just click this button, or you can go post, add new, righto. These posts in the center here, this is what goes on the corporate blog, so they'll just automatically appear. So any new posts will always appear when you first log in. All right, guys, any final questions?
I'm sure I'm sure there are.